Good day. I greet you all who joined us. Olga Tmanowa is with you, Media Center, Ukraine, Ukrinform. We continue our operation, 168th day of a full-scale invasion of Russian aggression to our land. And I thank you who speak the truth of this war and it tells the world about it. Today, the next briefing, I want to introduce you. Our speaker is Mykhailo Kuznetsov, Deputy Head of National Police of Ukraine, Head of the Criminal Police, and we will speak about the results of cyber police since the start of full-scale invasion. So please, Mr. Mykhailo. Good day, dear President. After a full-scale invasion of Russia to our territory, up to date, National Police of Ukraine Department of Cyber Police operate on fulfilling joint tasks, a strategy of defending Ukraine, on the creation of heads, general staff of Ukraine Cyber Police works to eradicate and prevent cyber attacks and helps fighting against occupant in informational space. The main tasks of cyber police are topical, but due to full-scale invasion of Russia, some directions became more acute, and we have new directions, like countering Russian hackers. They try to attack informational resource of state resources and resources of private sector, detecting and reaction to anti-Ukrainian propaganda on the internet, search identification of collaborators and other criminals from military or other persons that support this war, elaboration of systems and mechanisms for fast gathering of information of open source about military and other collaborators of Russia. Head of Department of Cyber Police will speak more about that. On profile function and countering occupant activities, Cyber Police also is active of volunteers and volunteering and other projects. So the first days of war, the MRIA project works. It's a platform that united all the key projects developed by the Cyber Police and volunteers. One of the initiatives on blocking enemy channels was ongoing. His name was Stop Drugs. For 5 years, activists of Ukrainians, they were blocking Telegram channels and other resources that were selling drugs. But since the start of full-scale invasion of Russia, it was reformatted to counter fake Russian resources that disseminate fake news and fake information. The biggest power of this is the subscribers that managed to block Russian aggression on the internet. Right now, the project united almost 550,000 of people that block over 700 resources that disseminate fake news that have over 35 million of subscribers total. And there is a site, Media Social, created to increase the spirit and to increase the blocking of our volunteers. We make a contest of the most active fighters of battalion, informational battalions. And after a fight that was in 2 weeks, we made announced 10 victorious and victors, and we will, after the main part of briefing, we will award the volunteers. Thank you for attention. And further information will be told by Yuriy Vykhodets. Please, Head of Department of Cyber Police, tell us in more detail of that work and of that great initiative. And then we will move to award for the victors of the contents and a series of questions from journalists. Thank you, dear President. So, main tasks of cyber police are topical, are the same, but in the period of full-scale invasion of Russian Federation to Ukraine, the spheres of our work were a bit reformatted, and we have new directions of operations, such as search and gathering digital evidence, studying the devices of war criminals, satellite shots studies, and evidence of crimes of Russian invaders with link to geolocation, countering Russian groups that try to attack informational resources of state bodies of Ukraine and private sector, detecting and reaction to anti-Ukraine propaganda that are coordinated by Russian-controlled media and bots in social media, search and identification of collaborators and other criminals from military and other persons that support war. Since the start of martial law, cyber police conducted over 950 searches, and we eradicated and liquidated consequences of 83 cyber attacks and prevented 300 cyber attacks. On the coordination of cyber staff of cyber police, we conduct means to build cyber security of the state. We identified over 13,000 of military of Russia that are accomplices of crime, war crimes of also, we defined 150 propagandists of Russian world and over 50 of collaborants. And 44 of them were indicted. With help of partners and law enforcement and cryptocurrency exchange, we conduct a series of means to prevent crypto-active exchange that support propagandist activity on occupied and deoccupied territory of Ukraine and financing of objects and subjects that are sanctioned. The result of that cooperation is blocking over 120 crypto wallets. Important is fight against child pornography. We found 18 pedophiles that were creating and spreading content with help of children, and saved 35 children from 2 to 14, and seized over 20 terabytes of illegal content, and found 40 persons that sold and received access to child pornography. And we see the increase of addresses of persons regarding crooks getting their money with the use of internet. There were schemes of renting unexistent apartment for IDPs that look for shelter in other territories. Also, pseudo transfer of civilians. Also, fake fundraising for as if for militaries. Fake forging documents as if those documents will allow people to cross the border. They some crooks also get phishing things. Also, there were, since the start of the war, there were 500 of crook schemes since the start of the war, and the 422 offense, there was the total loss was 68 million hryvnia, and reimbursed were 55 million hryvnia. Since the start of the year, cyber police stopped illegal activity of 8 hackers that unsexually intruded private and state information resources and disseminated information with restricted access to internet. And to the court, there were 16 cases were delivered regarding organized groups and organizations. 2 out of them, and from all the amount with intra-regional and national, transnational connections, 7 were in crooks, 3 were related to illegal traffic of drugs. 61 person was an accomplice, 16 organizers, and 41 was an accomplice that conducted 196 crimes. As Mykhailo, we have a joint project Maria. We appreciate all who helped us with this project and who is helping us with this project and help us defend and fight against the enemy. And we would like to award our contestants. So please join us and then we'll ask questions. First place, Yulia from Kiev. Yulia, please. We congratulate you. Thank you. Thank you for your work. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for work as well. Let us stay here. The victors will be here. So who's next? Second place, Denis. Are you with us? Are you here today, Denis? Or just give the names with no last names. Thank you. We congratulate you. Third place, Vitaly from Kharkiv. He's not here. Fourth place, Sergey. He's not from Kiev, so he could make it. Yes, fifth place, Dmitro from Sumy. Also, we'll pass them all the awards. Yes. Most active fighter comes on the amount of reports. That's the second mission. First, Anastasia from Kiev. She's a teacher. Anastasia, we congratulate you. Second place, Yaroslav from Kiev. Third place, the schoolboy Nikita, 11 years, who worked in our group outside the borders. So his mom came to take his present. He was working from abroad. 11-year-old schoolboy Nikita. We congratulate you for your son, and thank you for this great son. It's Mykhailo. And he is a victor. Thank you. Fourth place, Vladislav. So we passed them the awards. Yes, they couldn't make it. They couldn't come. For all those who could not come personally, the police will give the presents, pleasant presents. Possibly you have questions, so please. We just saw very different people that won in those nominations. So please tell us about those who participated and helped cyber police in this very important work on blocking the enemy Russian or pro-Russian resources. How that happened, we heard that over 200,000 joined. It's a very powerful army, quite an army. So how that work was conducted, and how did you define the victors? Well, we started this project in the start of the war. We understood that cyber police on our own won't make it without the volunteers, the citizens, to fight against enemy resources and enemy propaganda. Therefore, we proposed this Telegram channel for all the people who are willing to help to be able to join the work. You see that they're different people, different age, dealing with different kind of activity in their life. So just Ukrainian citizens who are patriots and who are willing to help. Dear journalists, dear colleagues, you're welcome to ask your questions in the microphone. Just please introduce yourself. Good day. Ukrinform, Natalia Chalnova. We remember that until the start of full-scale invasion, there were many hacker attacks on the state bodies. And how active are those actives now since the start of full-scale invasion? And who is more of a subject of attacks? State sites, media, private persons, state authorities? If you can share that information, of course. If you have the data, is it done from the Russian territory or by citizens of other parts of Ukraine, from the occupied maybe parts? Thank you for the question. I want to say that after the start of full-scale invasion, the cyber attacks never stopped, didn't stop. They're happening during the whole time of war. And to say from which IP addresses they're happening, we won't do this. We won't announce it. However, yes, there are facts from IP addresses from aggressor country. There also were attacks. Naturally, the main direction, segment whom they attacked, is state bodies, state institutions, state organizations. Private sector, they attacked less. I thank you. Do you have any more questions? No more questions. So probably just one more question for you, Mr. Yuriy. If you're speaking about cyber attacks that happened since the start of full-scale invasion, about the dynamics, what can you share? Did they decrease or did they increase? We heard the announcement from our state communications that we not only in defensive in cyberspace, but we also are in the offensive a bit with great problems for Russians. What are the dynamics that you observe? We observe the dynamics. It's decreasing, yes, because we, with our colleagues, with the state communication, with the Secret Service of Ukraine, and other stakeholders, we conducted preventive measures with the state sector. We helped them defend themselves from cyber attacks. And we conduct operations on security. I thank you. And today, Mykhailo Kuznetsov was with us, Deputy Head of National Police of Ukraine, and Yuriy, Head of Department of the National Police Department of Ukraine. Dear colleagues, please watch our announcements. We believe in our armed forces. We believe and work for victory. Thank you.